Before the kingdoms of men were built, before the mighty ruled with power, before any earthly throne was established, there was a God who remembered his people, a God who listened to the cries of slaves, who saw the burdens placed on their backs, and who knew the pain buried in their hearts. This is the story of one moment, one encounter, in which an ordinary shepherd met the eternal I Am. Our story begins long before miracles, long before glory, in a quiet season where God shapes a man in secret. Moses, once a prince of Egypt, now walked like a wanderer, guiding sheep across the rugged wilderness of Midian. 40 years had passed since he fled Egypt. 40 years of silence, 40 years of hidden preparation. He wondered if heaven still remembered him. He wondered if his purpose had ended in failure. But the desert was not punishment. It was shaping. It was chiseling. It was preparing him for a calling greater than any crown. On this day, Moses led the flock deeper into the wilderness, farther than he had traveled before. The wind spoke in whispers across the stones. The sky burned with desert heat, and the air felt strangely heavy, as if the earth itself waited for something divine. He approached a ridge of jagged cliffs, Mount Horeb, the mountain of God, a place heaven had chosen long before Moses was born. And then he saw it, a flame, a fire blooming on the side of the mountain, bright, fierce, alive, yet something was wrong, and something was right. For though the fire raged with the light of 1,000 torches, the bush it covered was untouched, not burning, not consumed, not fading. This was no earthly fire, this was glory. Moses stood still at first, his heart trembling in awe, but the fire called to him, not with words, but with wonder. He stepped closer, drawn like a child to a mystery. Each step felt heavier than the last, as if invisible hands pressed upon him. He sensed it now, a presence, holy, pure, ancient. And then it happened. A voice broke through the silence, a voice like thunder wrapped in gentleness.
Moses, Moses.
He froze, not in fear, but in awe beyond fear.
Here I am,
he whispered. For what else could a man say when the God of eternity speaks his name? Then the voice replied,
Do not come any closer. Take off your sandals, for the place where you stand is holy ground.
Moses obeyed. His hands trembled as he untied his sandals, feeling the sacred soil beneath his feet. This was not the ground of earth. This was ground touched by heaven, a boundary between the seen and the unseen, between man and God.
I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob.
Moses fell to his knees. He covered his face with his hands, for no man could look at such glory and live. The stories of the patriarchs came rushing back, promises whispered across generations, now standing before him in living fire. Then the Lord said,
I have surely seen the affliction of my people in Egypt. I have heard their cries. I know their suffering, and I have come down to deliver them.
Moses' heart shook. He, a shepherd, a fugitive, a man with a broken past, was hearing the heartbeat of God.
Now go,
God said.
I am sending you to Pharaoh to bring my people out of Egypt."
Moses bowed low and whispered,
Who am I that I should go?
His voice trembled like a man staring at a mountain he could not climb. He saw his weakness, his failures, his exile, his fear. But God answered with words that would echo through eternity.
"I will be with you. Not you are strong, not you are ready, not you are perfect. Simply, I will be with you."
And with those words, the destiny of nations shifted, the course of history changed, and a shepherd became a deliverer. Encounter God, discover purpose, walk in destiny.